Yo, 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 what up? Getting this thing started. Cool 400, yo, what up? I wasn't, I wasn't ready to start. Then they throw the host on. What the heck? Jason, please, why are you doing this to me? Why would you do this to me? Let's see. Been a while? The part where, no Nickelback. No Nickelback. Be strong. Be very strong. That was an interesting stream getting dual hosts for the fun stream. Malta streaming and then Isom on the call. I enjoyed it. As much as I could watch it, I was I might have been in another game that some may or may not think of as like in competition with DD2, though I don't really agree with that. Different enough. Yeah, I'm gonna launch it up. I have to actually run to the washroom. I just figured I'd give my voice here for a couple seconds while I'm setting the stuff up. Because as I said before, I wasn't ready to go on. And then he did the freaking host. It's like, oh god, alright. This is like 20 minutes sooner than I intended. That's fine. Stefan Peters, thanks for the follow. I'm just gonna run to the washroom and get some stuff started. The offline host. Yo, it lingers for a bit, luckily. So weird though, the hosting stuff on here. Let me get into the game and then I'm going to get a quick leak. That's not asking me if I want to do campaign anymore. Awesome. I think he said he was gonna message me or something. I should probably open up a browser to check that. I'm not gonna do a super long one because I got stuff to do in a little bit. By stuff to do, I mean go buy food so I can eat. But the plan's to do a couple hours and play a bit with. I mean, yesterday's stream, I went through and I did like all the towers that got changed, including the nerfs, buffs and nerfs. Today I'm gonna like be a bit more pick and choosy, but I'm gonna try to play with some of the newer ones or some of the buffs and stuff because I mean, I'm just personally really interested in a lot of those towers. No, Blaze Balloons, Earth Shatters, Ballistas. A little less Blaze Balloons, I guess, than Earth Shatters and Ballistas. If you host me with 0 viewers, will you get a dry code? Absolutely no. If you hosted me with 1,000,000 viewers, the answer would still be no. I don't have any dryad codes. That's not the reason also. You can't buy me. I ain't no sellout. Until we find the right price. Alright, so, as I said, I'm gonna run to the washroom real quick and then do that DD2 boogie. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm not still in the Discord call, am I? I am. That would have been awkward, someone popping into it. Alright. DD2. What up? Also, valid free. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I was going through my whole ranty shit. Going on, Kane. Hello to you as well. So, I'm gonna probably not Dryad today. Because I did a lot yesterday, and I don't plan to go super long today. I want to play with the other towers. Also, maybe a little bit because I did do a lot of Dryad, and they called out like the B only build on the fun stream. I was like, come on, we don't need that much Dryad exposure. Don't want them second guessing their changes. I don't think they would actually do that, based off like one of the devs seeing one of the builds on my stream. But I do want to kind of like stay away from it a little bit. But yeah, what are some of the actually, I wonder, can I do a whole build that's just Earth Shatters, Blaze Balloons, and Ballistas? I guess, right? They're all 60, 180. Do one per lane. Actually seems like it'd be pretty decent. Maybe I'll try to get that going. Was there any news? Nothing. Like, if you watched the dev stream and read the patch notes, then no, not really. Nothing definitive. They were just answering a lot of questions that you would probably know. With the recent patch that just came out, well, the best I can do for you is to link it, but it was a lot of balance changes, a lot of bug fixes, quality of life changes. And there was some free stuff. There was 4 accessories like a squid hat for the squire, shoulder corgi, and then like a bathing suit, like swimming trunks kind of skin set. A new propeller cat. Right there, variant Purville, the Helicatter, and 4,000 defender medals. It's their Beat the Heat. Also, actually, yeah, there's also a weekend event going on right now, right? Their double gold weekend. We'll be seeing that because I'm definitely gonna win, right? Right? Probably. Yeah, check out this guy. Yeah, so they said they. I mean, ISM tried to, you know, soften the blow. He said they weren't thinking of me when they made this guy, but he said that they're talking about me daily. And then someone mentions my name daily, and I don't actually believe that, but I appreciate the effort. Thank you, ISM. Also, thanks to the host. Shirtless Abyss Lord. How are bees and trees? They're good enough to fairly easily do Crumbled Bulwark in Chaos 7. That's... I haven't done too much. I did bees and trees, and I did bees, trees, and 1 slime pit per lane, and that was also really strong. They're really good. You just gotta make sure you've got them set up to attack flyers. Oh man, I'm pumped about the new Propeller Cat. It's so good. It's so good. So let's see. I'll probably do Apprentice Walls, because they're also kind of changed a bit now. So Apprentice Walls, Blaze Balloons. We got Earth Shatters. Ballistas are here. And I was gonna do a Romeo's. Thanks for the follow. I think that's it. I could do LSA. Let's do LSA as well. Oh, you're supposed to be there. LSA to pad the DU. And there's a really good DU pad now too, being only 20. There's not... I mean, there's a bunch of 20 DU defenses, right? But it's got some range on it. So is all of these geared up? Earth Shatter should be. Lightning Strikes are as well. Ballistas are too, but I'm considering putting on a better relic for that. And I think it's just Blaze Balloon then. Great Restoration. Like, that was like a terrible shard in their mind, but I actually kind of like it. That being said, I've got enough of them. What am I doing? No, they're not depressed. They're just sick of your shit, and that's why I like them. Look at them. It's just... Wait, where are you? I took him out of my deck. Where are you? I'm just tired of it. It's like... Your cat... You got like a pet cat, and it likes to just like lay in the window in the sun and watch people go by. And it's like... It's not like a mean cat. It won't like attack you when you pick it up. But it doesn't enjoy it. It's like, are you kidding me? Just put me down already. And Trendy's like, we're gonna keep holding you in the air with this propeller. And the cat's just like, really? Do you have to do this? Ugh. What a hassle. And that's my headcanon. Okay, so it's just blaze balloons. I need... Actually, I was doing slimes at the end of the day, right? Maybe I wasn't. Oh, that's right. I put her all into one dryad too, so it wasn't even min-maxed. And I was upset it wasn't 100% AFKable. Oh my god. Yeah, yesterday's stream I tried to do a setup. It was like one dryad that could AFK. And it, like, I needed to upgrade the slimes twice to make them able to take rollers fast enough. And I was upset that it wasn't 100% AFKable. I realized that, like, that's completely ridiculous, that I should be upset by that. It's pretty damn strong. Let's give you this one, sure. You need range on ya. The Vamp and the other one are fine. And I think I might put range on the ballistas too. So take out Splody. I kind of want to put a better medallion on them too. It's fine for now. So with this, I don't have a slow with the blaze balloons like I usually like to do, but I think that's okay. Because I've got Lightning Strike Auras, Earth Shatters, and Ballistas. I think it'll be alright. My only issue would be... Well, it'll really be Vanguard and Geodes, but... We'll see. We'll see if it works out. If I have, like... You know, if I can put, like, a Frost Tower per lane, I will set those up. Give them a range shard and set them up per lane for the slow. I do have quite the map for it. So my AA is going to be Ballistas, I think. That's why I threw the range on them. Now the question is, do I do one Blaze Balloon here or not? I'm going to try to bring the lanes together. And I think I will. Because it's either like one Blaze here, or one on each side, or I could do two Blazes here, which is not the most efficient, but it gets the coverage I want. That guaranteed coverage there. Not near guaranteed coverage, right? Oh my god, that range is so good. I haven't tried the new Ballista range with a range shard too. Oh. I'm falling in love with so many defenses all over again. Bees, Ballistas. Mainly bees and Ballistas. You know, despite... Actually, should I be cheeky? Let's be cheeky with the hitbox. Since I know that's like slightly more coverage to do sideways now. I did do Earth Shatters yesterday, but I didn't get to really pay much attention to them, so I'm interested to use them again. It's not just... Well, Blaze Balloon's an all trap, so the inner ring is its trigger range. If an enemy hits that, that's when it pops, or drops. Pops, locks, and drops. And then the damage AoE is the blue ring. Series EV2, thanks to the host. I just love that your name is one of the characters in the game. Let's do it like that. It's expensive, but like I said, it's how I'm gonna do it. My AA. And I'll do one here. For those jerks coming in. And hopefully that'll be fine. I don't think they'll need an upgrade. They're like pretty decent flyer takers. Because the flyers always coming in like... I mean, this map's a little weird because you get like the big groupings with the heavy wyvern lanes like there. But they come in a pretty straight line, and Ballista AA is pretty decent because of the penetration. You're a pretty known streamer? I've seen you streaming around. And I more hope that I can bring enjoyment to the viewers that you brought me. Also, thanks for the host. I'm just gonna single wall here as well. I'm not gonna bother doing it left and right. Do it like that. Also, I hope I have enough DU for this. I didn't really count going into this setup. Did you just refresh? Your name color changed, and then you got your icon there. But this is a good map for it because of all the extra DU. That being said, I don't know if it's a good map for it because I haven't counted the DU. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, and then it's just one Blaze Balloon. I can... Then I get 100 left? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I got more than 100. That's right, because it's 60 now. Oh, I'm still not used to it. So, that's 120 left, and I was going to do LSAs, so... Let's do that up. Front and back of the lanes, I guess? So weird. Trest1234, thanks for the follow. Yeah, doing a diagonal wall. I like it. It's just kind of weird still. Do it like that so I can catch the, what you call them? The hex throwers that walk around here. A little bit better. Oh, I didn't Blaze Balloon down here. Okay, so I can't do this. I can't do this. But we'll make it work. So I'll go back to one Blaze Balloon up here. It's not so bad that I'm only doing one with lack of coverage because I do have the other defenses there. LSA should be meta. It might be, dude. But they're so cheap that like, I mean, why not, right? Boy, what's this? Someone sent me a link and he said, "Here's your multiplayer Subnautica, World of Diving." Oh god, a game that's like Subnautica but multiplayer. Ooh, that would be my jam. So we do it like that. And I think that works out pretty well. Just one more LSA down below. Okay. It's 20 now, yeah. It does a little less DPS, right? But I think overall, like, it's an all-around buff as far as I can tell. Everything's high DU except for the LSA, so I should probably upgrade those, but let's do the ballistas. They're my air. They're very important because they're the only things happening my EMPs. Which, by the way, like, I might lose right away because of these decisions. The lanes shouldn't be too bad with the LSAs in there too. Carried you through Chaos 7? Yeah. I would imagine, yeah. And it's like, and that was before. Now they would be insane. I mean, Flame Wars are still Flame Wars, but LSAs are so good now. I thought they were okay before, they needed like speed changes. Now they're just, ugh. I'm doing them, I had them set up how they used them before because I used them specifically as like boss and berserk takers. I wanted the low range so they would only focus the berserks and not like some little goblin. But doing like max range, and you can use them for like flyer lanes and stuff pretty easily that way, I'm hearing. With the increased range. That's very tempting to try out. Now, who do I have in my deck? I have the AP Squire, I have the AP Huntress, I have the Hero Damage Apprentice, and some no DPS monk. Oh my god, it fires so fast now. But the Ballista's like trying so hard to shoot up here. And actually succeeding. That Ballista's shooting so much further than I realized it was. Oh god, I love it. The Concussive Shot's actually like a pretty decent EMP taker, as long as the EMPs aren't doing like weird elevation shit. They're like flying up or down like the top right lane of Greystone, for example, where they get extreme height. Like if they're going along the lane normally, I think it's at pretty good height to hit them. Nope, that was really low. But maybe still, I mean I got them. Give it a jump shot or something. So to say, look how fast it's firing. That's both of them going. Yo, Henry, what's going on, dude? Alright. I mean, that went really well. Not that I expected it to go poorly, but it went really well. You did like nothing. 32, 19. Oh my god, LSAs. Stop being so good. You're almost asleep. I was gonna say, hopefully I'm entertaining enough to keep you awake. I've been told that people use my voice to fall asleep. Feels bad. CJ, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Upgrade all the things. To tier 2. I think that was a good sign though, like this thing taking out a heavy Wyvern lane is probably its toughest challenge. And it did it, so. I'm gonna be pretty confident in that flyer takedown. It's late. What if I told you it won't be a super long stream? You definitely shouldn't go to bed. You'll miss out on all the action. Oh god, that's the fly. You know what? Screw it. I can upgrade 5 things. Let's do the ballistas one more time. Gotta say, like, let's just do the lane ballistas for the EMPs, but I already misclicked. So it's fine. What are you doing as well? 21, 8s, 1, 28, 10. Okay, there you go. That's a lane working how I expected to. Yeah, you can watch me in bed. I watch you in bed. It's the same thing, right? Oh my god, look at it go. It's so good. I have a Rage Shard on. I should probably take it off now. There's no reason to leave it on. I mean, there wasn't any reason to have it on before other than I wanted them firing us really fast. But now they're like capped at 0.75. I can get more damage out of it with another shard. Oh. You watch me in bed when I don't stream? So you watch the VODs, Kane? Can you join? No, I'm gonna be doing it solo today. I'm playing around with different kind of builds and stuff. But I might just keep doing this, because this is... I mean, is this one of each of the OGs? It is, right? Squire, Apprentice, Huntress, Monk? Oh, that damage though, it's so good. You got to C3 today? Nice, congrats. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually doing a solo because of Kayn, so y'all can blame him. How about that? Or my choice in what I'm doing today has absolutely nothing to do with Kayn. Y'all can pick whichever one you think is true. Alright. God, just so many things to upgrade and do. I don't know what to do. LSA, you, and Earthshatter. Yes. Actually, let's look at the Earthshatter now. What's on it? What am I doing with this thing? It's got a good secondary speed, so it absolutely shouldn't have a rate shard. You're at 0.87. That's 0.12, right? I don't know, it's tempting. You're hungry? Yo, didn't you win a giveaway today, dude? I'm pretty sure I saw your name. I could throw a vamp on it like I normally do. Vamp? I mean, it would be alright. What else can I put on it, though? Water Elemental, maybe? I mean, actually, Water Elemental would be pretty good on it. With the LSAs, too. But you have all the heroes. Hey man, I have all the heroes that I entered too. I don't know if they'd let me whenever. What should I put on this thing? I don't want to do Water Elemental unless I'm doing something like really fun. But just, I don't want to use it because it's not like an obtainable shard right now. There's like crit damage or like a vamp. I'm thinking just a vamp. Let's put a vamp on it. That's how I do them all. And let's compare DPS too while I'm at it. The Mystics have a lot of vamps on them right now, so let's check them out. I'll just go by DPS, even though I don't think that's everything. So 3.03. They'll just send you a code, and then you could do whatever you want with that code, I'm pretty sure. So you could gift it to a friend or something. You asked for Dryad. Wait, hold up. Did I just put the wrong shard on it? Now it's the same with both? If that's the case, then I think I'd rather them just fire faster. No, it didn't... Oh, I put it on the frickin'... My god. They left my inventory. I can't help how dumb I am sometimes. So 3.72. $3.26. What's 3.03 then? I'm going crazy right now. I don't know what's going on. 3.83 with the rate shard. Good enough for me. I'm not sure, dude. I haven't won a giveaway. Well, I've won one giveaway from Trendy. And at the time... I mean, I got the Dryad, so... Back then. Which is funny, because now they're doing Dryad codes as thing here in a little bit. You, and... you, and I guess I'll do, like, these two. Because why not? Now they're super strong. This is the Geode Wave. Double Geode Wave. These hit air, but they have a... Like, you'll see their AoE on the ground, and it's not a perfect sphere. Their verticality is not that high, so if you want to use bees for air, try to get them as, like, even with the height of the flyer lane as possible. Like, I did this map bees only, and I put bees here, and they didn't attack the flyers until they were, like, past the corner, but if I put them on this rail, they would hit them. a little sooner. So you gotta be a little worried about elevation. Dryad's the only one I didn't buy myself. I guess Dryad and then the Initiate. It's funny, I became an influencer for the game as the Dryad was coming out. I won the code and then I became an influencer. So I had the 1 extra code to give away. It was kind of cool. I'm really scared. God, I love Concussive Shot's so good. Please help me, you can't stop shouting, not the bees every time you play DD2. What do you need help with then? I don't get it. That sounds perfectly fine to me. Have I tested it? I've used them as walls in one build. I didn't try going defense power for like extra smites and stuff. How have you used them? Because I'm still not sure how I want to do it, so I'd love to hear about them. I use them as walls. I put like one in a lane next to a bubble wall, and they did a really good job filling that role. But their changes were very much like damage oriented, so I'd like to hear how that's going. $44, $64. To the new prop cat? Nah, man, my entire brand's regular propeller cat. Yo, the new prop cat is just the old prop cat wearing a hat. Actually, maybe I will for the Discord one. But yeah, I did build yesterday. Mostly Mystic and LSA, I think. I can't remember exactly, but I did do 4, whatchamacallums, 4 obelisks. They're all used as walls. But there were walls with Vamp, Fortification, and each of them had their own effect, like the Shield or the Hero Damage or Snakes on a Plane on one of them. And Melted Roll. A movable attack, really? Because, like, they didn't change the flamethrower scaling, did they? That missed. Good at video games. Still though, that's awesome. Maybe they did change the scaling for flamethrowers too. I should do that though. More often. When I play Mystic DPSs moving around. A right click DPS EV too? Looks like piercing might not work anymore. I'm fine with that. That being said, I've still got to kill this guy, so... this will be interesting. Ugh. There we go. Yeah. I mean, I would go Medallion with, like, Power Transfer, and then... I'm not sure what the other shards would be. It probably doesn't need a raid, so maybe just a Vamp and a crit or something. Or give it one of its tower-specific shards. But a Medallion with Power Transfer, absolutely. The LSA is huge. I mean, DPS? Or are you looking at, like, your own and putting range on it? Because mine are, like, base range. So I can't believe you're... I couldn't believe you're talking about mine. Why am I putting that into the defense that's done, like, basically nothing? The Pierce change? You mean piercing not doing damage to rollers? I mean, it looked like it wasn't doing damage to rollers. I would guess that's intentional. I'm guessing so. I mean, piercing doing that damage to rollers and doing it that well is definitely a bug, just like Smashing Fist doing so much damage to rollers. But Smashing Fist, I mean, has someone checked? I'm pretty sure Water Geyser's Explicit Surprise doesn't work anymore either, right? It's piercing is a Harbinger shard, like Smashing Fist, like Explicit Surprise, all those ones that like super roller damage, the crystal-y stuff. Yo, the snakes on a plane thing. So like, I guess not really related to what you're saying, but it's making me think of yesterday. I was looking for that shard in my inventory, and it took me like 5 minutes to find it. It doesn't work now. I just need to know if Smashing Fist works now. They fixed Sword Beam though, and Power Beam shard. And oh my god, I'm so happy they did that. Ugh. It was so annoying. They broke it? Try reapplying the shard, maybe? There's been issues in the past where shards weren't working. Unless they were reapplied, maybe something like that popped up again. Well, I mean, Juice said it in chat, right? And I'm kind of thinking, like, what if no one specified Smashing Fist when he responded? Maybe he was just saying, like, Pulse Smash damages rollers because Pulse Smash should damage rollers, not Smashing Fists. Kind of thing. Because no one specified that when he was around. I was thinking about that. Or maybe they did and I forgot, but Pulse Smash is still like on its own without Smashing Fist, an alright way to take down rollers. That's funny. Smashing Fists and what it was back on that Harvey weapon. It's been around for a while for roller takedown. It's funny to see them gone. If it is gone. That and the other one's working. It makes me wonder if the Water Geyser and the piercing thing worked in Nightmare. I'd never heard of it back then, but I'm guessing it would've. And it makes me wonder if the Lightning Strike Aura one would've worked too. But I kinda doubt that one. Lightning Strike Aura Harvey shard just doesn't exist anymore. Passive, whatever. I can give it a shot though. I have it on my Initiate, and I might want to do a map with proper AA instead of just relying on ballistas. But I think I'm going to keep this up, and I might actually make a DPS out of this monk, because, well, the other ones are all DPS. Well, what doesn't work on a roller that should? Because I'm with you, there's like certain abilities and towers that oh my god, this map again. I'm just going to roll it. There's 8 maps, and I get this one in the second time in a row. What are the odds 1 in 8? There are definitely some things that shouldn't work, or that should work that don't, like, you know, EV2's beam kind of thing, or in terms of towers, the snake beams kind of thing. Things that don't, like, impact, but just damage the target they pass through. Which is odd, though, because, like, stuff like Flamethrower works, but I don't think Ramsters work. Do they? Has anyone put a Ramster behind a roller recently and checked if that kills it? Or damages it, at least? Should I really be dropping my win streak when I have a double gold thing going on? Yeah, absolutely. I want a different map. Sword Beam, you're so good. so glad they fixed this shard. They didn't say it in the patch notes. But oh god, I'm happy it's fixed. Am I getting double gold? I didn't check. I've done like one map and I forgot to look. Nemesis don't kill rollers? Okay, I didn't think so. They're like an I mean, I thought... Like, they're like an AoE, and I guess flamethrowers are kind of like a From Tower AoE too, but they're also traveling. And because they travel, they work on a roller? I don't know. I don't know how it's all figured out in their back end. I actually think like AoE towers like Flame Auras and Ramsters should do some more damage than other defenses. Like they shouldn't, maybe they can't target the weak point, but maybe they should just whittle down a little better than other things that are hitting like the wrong spots. Because they're roasting that part along with all of it. I don't know. How are Obelisks number 1 DPS? Are they number 1 DPS? I haven't built a damage Obelisk yet since the patch, but... God. Who told me recently in chat that it melted a roller in 2 to 3 seconds? Obelisk, full appeasement on your Mystic, Medallion with power transfer, and that flamethrower is probably melting the shit out of a roller. That's my guess on what's going on. Lightning auras sometimes... Are you sure about that? I figured lightning auras were like... I hope so. I figured lightning strike auras were the same as... You know, like EV2 beam. They just target the center. But maybe because the roller has so many hitboxes, then maybe sometimes it hits the weak point hitbox. Kind of think as the LSA is like, hey, let me just pick a random target within my AoE. Maybe that's how it does it, if what you're saying is true. Alright, let's try a similar thing as last time. No, I won't have really straight lanes. Yo, Partek. I would greet you back, but the bot greeted you for me. Right? Like, that's exactly what I wanted to say, is what the bot said. Sure, I guess it doesn't really matter. So, can I afford this? Probably, maybe? I don't know, I'll start placing things and count DU later. Your range is so good, Ballista. Oh my god. It's so good. Let's be cheeky again here. No, you know what? I don't want that angle, and it doesn't really matter. Sadly, there's a cooldown on it. The Abyssal command. I'm considering reverting it because I have no issue with seeing Shut Up Partek in chat over and over again. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna stick it like that because I do want it hitting the kobolds. They do like to fly out to the side. I'm very worried about this, by the way. I'm using full Gambit and Brain Shard on them right now. Luckily, or unluckily, however you want to look at it, I don't have to worry about EMPs in this lane. That's every lane, plus another 100 left over. So I still gotta do that flyer lane. But I think I've done the same thing in every lane, right? Except for, oh, I didn't do Earth Shatter over here. I dropped Splody because Power Bolts has a higher proc chance. I could move the wall back too. Nah, no, I shouldn't. Well, maybe I should. Okay, with 50 left, I still have the flyer lane. I'm just gonna Skyguard it, I think. And I did mention before I wanted the Initiate in the deck, because I want to try Smashing Fist on a roller. Let's just throw a Skyguard in here. Let's do... I guess Ballistas. Oh, I guess we'll do Earth Shatters there. That's fine. Balance is key. Isn't that what that's what I had the name of the last stream as, right? Before I changed it? Because it was a balance patch, but that's the stupidest name ever. Yeah, I mean, I only use Monk when I'm doing these weird builds because I have Monks specific for each defense. But like, other than that, this Initiate does Flame Wars and Skyguards. What else do I need her for? Apparently LSAs now. So I'll look into that. I might be able to do LSAs if I drop something. I don't need health secondaries on everything. Actually, she's still using like Rage Shards on everything. I don't know. I need more Vamps is what I'm trying to say. Vamps and power transfers. Maybe the Flame Wars specific shard for Flame Wars instead, because though I don't think they're as good as a Rage Shard, if I'm close to the speed cap anyways on Flame Wars, might be better. I don't know, I think I've tested that before, but I've gotten better relics since that are worth making it worth revisiting. Just be strong for me, thank you. So it's an ogre? No, it's a roller. Perfect, perfect. Don't upgrade the bush. Yeah, I would love more Vamps. I mean, I've got quite a few, right? But I also want to put her on everything damaging right now. Unless they got rid of its interactivity without me realizing. I haven't checked that yet. They changed a lot of things without mentioning it, like fixing the Empowered Beam Shard. I should know for sure if Vamp still works with power transfer. Or I continue using it like this. 3-bot X3, thanks for the follow. Upgrade that bush, upgrade the shit out of it. I looked at this Earth Shatter and thought, man, I should put the tower skin on it. I'm so used to it. That is the tower skin. Oh, they did they fixed the balloon texture bug. Aw. I mean, I know they said they were going to. I'm kind of sad to see it go. That was one of my favorite bugs in the game. Man, that wall is barely high enough. Yeah, let's see if we can get this to work. I do it so little, kinda not sure. No, it doesn't look like it. And for fear of my death, let me switch heroes too. But it didn't look like it. One of the ones seemed like it did a lot of damage, but I think it was just a crit. I don't know. I tried both really close, really far. Piercing should have never worked, though. Or rather, I'd be fine if piercing worked with just its regular damage numbers, not super damage. Because piercing doesn't, like, it... The shard itself, like, doesn't do a lot. 350 and then 225 of your ability power stat is not very good. It's the same with Smashing Fist, right? Like, the Smashing Fist number is not that big. 220 and 420 of your AP. But yet, they're doing like millions of damage to the roller. That ain't right. That shit ain't right, yo. I'm glad this air lane is working out. I didn't like... Oh no, I have this guy. I was like, man, that ballista at an angle for its air lane on its own? Ugh. But I guess like, one, it's an easy air lane. And two, I got the Sky Guard, which is the bigger point. Nope, you don't have to pop the Blaze Balloon manually. It'll pop when enemies walk under it. See this yellow thing? If enemy walks, it touches this yellow indicator, it'll pop and then damage along this blue indicator. I actually originally thought that too when I started the game. I was like, man, why would I ever use Blaze Balloons? I have to pop them myself. So say, you can pop them yourself. Ah, the fist didn't work. Coax, thanks for the follow. I guess is it just Koa? X Koa X. But look at this OG hero setup. No? I mean, they're alright, and they got better with the patch. They're still... I think they're still a little weak considering what they do. But like, that's just relative to other AoE towers. I still think they're okay. Like, they're pretty strong. I don't know, looks like it might still work, I'm not sure. Now, did you see the forum post by Pandanator about them like after the patch? I don't think it painted the whole picture, but it made enough of its point on that. like on their strengths relative to, you know, the main AoE tower now, Flame Aura, right? And how it compares. Is there a crit cap on heroes? No, but there's only so many crit sources in the game, I think. I don't think there's a hard cap anymore with Trials, right? Yeah, I like the BlazBlue and Dot idea as well. The only thing I didn't like about Pandy's post, and it's not that I didn't like it, I just feel like it wouldn't paint a great picture. Because he only compared them at tier 5 for BlazBloons and Flame Wars, and just by the nature of Trendy's system where the higher the DU, the less they gain from upgrades, it doesn't really show a great relative strength. The issue therein lies more with that system of how general upgrades work with towers, not BlazBloon's strength. How does BlazBloon compare tier 1 with the same relics and Ascension and shit to a Flame War at tier 1 as well as something that needs to be considered? I do agree with the overall point, and I agree with, I mean, basically everything in there. Just that one thing, I was like, oh, I mean, you know, there's a little bit more going on, but not a lot more. But like that specific issue is more of a issue with not just BlazBloons, it's with everything, the whole system. Now that there's 60 DU, I feel slightly less bad about upgrading them. Only slightly, though. You know, I need to do that on another boss. I think, it looks like it still might be working, just not on the up smash. I think the down smash, when positioned right, might still be hitting rollers. Because I was doing like a third of their HP. They had 30 mil HP, right? It looked like I was doing almost a third of their HP. But that's only 3 mil on a crit, right? Almost 3 mil. I think the up smash isn't working, and the like the activation one, the up fist isn't working. The down fist like requires actual aiming, like the regular smash does as well. Maybe that. Yeah, because like I'm only doing 3 mil there. But the roller was going a lot faster, and I don't think there's anything else going on the lane that can hit it, unless you're right about the LSAs, but that was a little much, and the timing was like exactly the same. Rift Towers should be one of those towers that destroys. Rift Towers was one of the first towers I tested when rollers were in the game, actually. If they made Earth Shatters like target the closest part of the roller and then you put them backwards in the lane, I could get down behind that. Actually, it'd be interesting if the time it takes for an Earth Shatter to hit an enemy, like they can have the same fire rate, but like, or something, I don't know, whatever. Forget fire rate part, but like the closer an enemy was, the sooner it would damage it. Like a kind of travel time, like any other projectile tower, but it's traveling underground. So when there's enemies far away, you know, it's a little slower, but if there's enemies on the walls, it's rapid firing. How are you doing? 69, 30, oh my god, LSAs are so good. I'm like 3 maps away from trying LSA only. It's so weird saying that. It's like coming on my foot? What the hell? What's going on with my foot? But this seems like a pretty solid setup. I'm happy with it. The OG heroes. So I've currently got a hero damage, a monk, I got an AP monk, I got an AP initiate. All that's left really is like a super hybrid monk for the LSA one. If I want to make another hero, like another DPS, just for him. Like have it be its own thing. I don't know. Oh god, why is the frame rate dying when I look at this thing? Oh god. Oh god. That's terrible. It's like, it can be my screen too, it's just... Oh, is it not that? What is it then? Hello? Did you start AFK with LSA? Oh god, was that a 2-win daily? It must have been. Ugh. What do you mean, like... Should you try it? No, go ahead. I don't think you can fully AFK with him though. Which I'm guessing you can get pretty damn close. I wonder though, if I were to do an LSA only or an LSA mostly, would I even want range on them in that case? Because like I wouldn't be able to place as many down due to the fact I can't overlap them, right? So I'd have to get like really either really tricky with them or something. I just really depend on super long lanes. If you're someone like me who's already done and wants to fuck around, even if you're not, like sure, LSA only, but if you're like progressing through the game, anyone, I don't recommend that as a build yet. I believe Protons and LSA would work like a charm. Protons can, like Protons would be able to solo entirely if it wasn't for air. And LSAs are stupid strong too. Like, oh god, yeah, that would be a really effective. That'd be a really effective combo. Okay, so I got Hex Throwered last time. I'm not gonna get Hex Throwered again. I'm probably gonna get Hex Throwered again. Let's lose this map again. I'm gonna stick these freaking walls right up here. I'm gonna be cheeky with them, because I can. Because you can get little goblins that get pushed through too, so let's stick their collision like I'm not gonna finish that. Stick it like that. Damage. I mean, it depends. If you got a power transfer shard and you got full ascension into a crit chance, then go a medallion with power transfer. You're always building for crit in this game. It's just how you get it is the question. If you got a power transfer shard, then a medallion with power transfer. If you don't have a power transfer shard, then a mark with a crit damage shard. As long as you have your defense crit ascension full. I'm gonna do a lot of them pointing inwards, I think, when I double them. Also, I should build something while I'm here. Yeah, this would be a good LSA map. Other than the mid lane, of course. Actually, okay, so what's your ascension doing? I can do a whole nother tower. And I don't want range on the LSA. Fuck it, let's do it. And fuck it, let's go most of the speed there. Because I didn't want range on them. This way I can make my LSA monk be the range LSA. Yeah, let's do that. So you'll end up being the range one. But for my general purpose initiate monk tower stuff, she can have the no range ones. For now, at least. No, it was this one. There you go. No range on LSA, because, like, until yesterday, range on LSA, I think, was bad. Truly. I think it was bad. Yep, I mean, you can max out every ascension set if you had enough. I don't know how much it takes, but it's definitely doable. I don't know. There's one guy who's got like over 3,000 easy. Maybe a lot more now, I don't know. I don't know if even he has enough to do it, but you could do like probably the Gun Witch pretty early. Let's do like 2 Blisses per lane. I was trying to figure out like... no, let's just do 2 LSAs per lane. I don't know how the DU is going to work out. This lane's weird. Probably do 3 per lane pretty easily. But surprisingly, I don't want to spend like 12 hours building this map, so... let's figure it out a little bit as I go. Hopefully not entirely as I go. And by that I mean I'm going to try to be a little cheeky with it. There. Because I'm interested to see how well just a single no range would work. If it had all the range, I would trust it. But, My thoughts on the new Ballista? I don't think, you didn't ask about them, right? I like it a lot. I mean, it was just a straight buff from how they were before, and I liked them before. Right? I think all they got were buffs, if I'm not mistaken. Havoc, yo, what's going on? Like, Earthshatters and Blaze Balloons got toned down because their DU was going down, right? But Ballistas didn't. It was just speed buff. Suggested shards. I like power transfer, power bolts, and then you can swap between deadly strikes or explodey harpoons. Explodey harpoons is going to give a lot of damage because the explosions can crit. But sometimes you want range, right? But power bolts and explodey harpoons can both crit. It makes them great shards for harpoons. Actually, I should maybe cannonball these instead. Whatever. We're on harpoons today. But you can get some insane DPS if you do the explodey harpoons power bolts combo. It's stupid. Sean Phil, thanks for the follow. But yeah, harpoons are like... they got a speed buff and a range buff, right? It's pretty damn good. Can I put this here and like this here? Yes, easily. I'm gonna be throwing like everything at this lane. Everything left over, so that's not the end of it for sure. That's ridiculous, I love it. You're definitely going to try to target down there. I'm fine with that, I think. Do you feel like they're in a good spot now? Honestly, like, I'm glad they got the buff, but I don't think they were in a terrible spot before. Like, they're alright before. Now they're good. I'm pretty happy with the changes. That's what I mean to say. I mean, I think they fill the same role. They just do it a lot better now. Well, before they were like, you know, before I think there were boss and berserk helpers to take them out. Now with the faster firing, the bit less damage with the faster firing, the lower DU. They're a pretty good DU filler. You throw them inside your AoE, throw them on your walls. They're doing quite a bit. I don't know. They're like the same and more now. Yo, Ducky, what up, dude? How's those cap locks working out for you? I'm really not sure what's gonna happen in this mid lane. With EMPs and shit. Have I done every other lane? I have, right? Okay, I'm gonna drop like one more LSA in each lane and then put the rest of the DU in the middle, because it still scares me. Welcome back from hell. The mid lane is gonna be super easy for anyone doing like the meta flame aura shit, right? But for this kind of setups I'm doing right now, I'm not positive on how it's gonna work. What are harpoons? This is a harpoon. The amount of liberty in your harpoon may vary. Ballista harpoon Ballista. Alicia Bray, thanks for the follow. And then that's all, so now the rest of the DU is going straight in the middle. Actually, I'm gonna stick a Skyguard there too. I'm worried about the EMPs. There's no Earth Shatters, so let's remedy that terrible blunder. I don't know, this will be my third time playing Buried Bastille since it became C7. I won my first and lost my second, so. You usually call them ballistas. Yeah, they're ballistas, but I think they were called harpoons in DD1, right? Or they shoot harpoons. At least. On my ballistas, I'm using power bolts, power transfer, and deadly strikes. If you don't need max range, then I really recommend Splody Harpoon instead of deadly strikes. I have 60 left, or 70 left, I guess, which is 60 my books. Let's do it like this. And hope for the best. Well, I overkill that lane by a mile. Love. I agree. The Saints got it right there. Splody harpoons, I'm not sure, but if you type !shards into chat, you'll get the whole list. You'll get the link for DD2 tools in the shard locations. What am I doing down here? Bad. Max crit? 33% is the max for crit, yeah. This thing is overkill for this lane? Yo, I agree. This lane gave you all the DU, so you could do regular amount of DU in the other lanes and then just completely fill this lane for its standard kill. If you played before patch 19.5 Rio, then probably that, if you haven't been in Chaos 7 yet. I can't verify what Saint said, though. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe he's right. Maybe. It's Maybelline. Alright, we're gonna upgrade everything. Why? Because I can. Probably? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if I can. We'll find out. Everything but the walls. Except for maybe the walls in the mid lane. Wait, that's their standard skin. That is not allowed. What's Tyrannic look like? Yeah, let's do Tyrannic. Mix it up a bit. Yo, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, Saint. It's not like you lost trust, it's just... Rio saying, how the hell did I end up with one? You saying it's in C7, Rio saying that makes me think Rio hasn't won Chaos 7. So if that's the case, then how would Rio have gotten that shard? End of thought train. Go north. One of the pre-patch things. When did 19.5 come out? It's beautiful. What are we talking about? Ballistas. The location of Splitty Harpoon as a shard? Beautiful. These things are gonna have a lot of kobolds die on them. I don't think you would have gotten that shard when, like, with your standard shard pack back at Trials launch. You would have had to play to get it, I'm pretty sure. They only gave standard shard packs, and Splitty Harpoon wasn't a campaign shard. Probably. No, but maybe it was, I don't remember. It was 2 upgrades that could have gone into something else. Feels bad. It's a weird way of putting it, Saint, by the way, like, saying it was pre-Chaos 7 because the shard changes happened much before Chaos 7 was the thing. Yeah, let's go. This map's too big. You know what we need? We need teleporters to get around the map. That's what we need. From spawn, we'll get 3 teleporters. Stick them, I don't know, anywhere. And they'll get you to, like, the different corners of the map. So from here to over there and back. From here to down there and back. From, I don't know, here to over there and back. Shard UI still needs work, I 100% agree. I want to be able to I want to be able to sort shards while I'm like trying to equip them, kind of thing. So like you're trying to select what shards they go into what slot. I want to be able to sort them in there. I spend so much time scrolling through that list trying to pick shards. Alright, let's try Smashing Fist again. Yeah, that did like 13 mil. That one didn't. That did none. That did none. I'm having more trouble aiming this thing than I usually do with that Smashing Fist. And then it did 700k, which seems too much still. Regular part of Pole Smash seems still awkward to hit. I think the up fist doesn't really work anymore. But like kind of the down fist seems like it works as long as like the main fist does. Well, not even that, because I would hit like a 13 mil and then I hit like a regular 3 mil. Bombardment 3 Betsy Bow? I have no idea to enter. Like, Bombardment 3 is what, a 6 projectile, 4 per second? Maybe. So like, in theory, as long as you don't care about range, it'd be better than a Penta. But worse than Scatter, right? For like a hero damage Huntress. In terms of like ability power, but you're asking about Bombardment specifically, so you're not talking about the passive, the shard, right? I don't know, I can't really recommend it because I don't know, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means I don't know. Oh, is it 3.3 cap? Okay, I didn't know. I only have a 2 because I bought 1. If that's the case, then probably not. If Bombardment 3 is a 3.3, then I say like probably not for a hero damage build, but I don't know. Jack Wolfstang, thanks for the follow. End up flagging Hulk. Alright, cool. We Gucci. And this is wave last. Pretty confident in it, despite everything only having like tier 2. Because there's a lot of everything at tier 2. You're not even upgraded. Neither are you. Oh god, I hope Zapper can't come from the middle lane. I mean, like, it wouldn't be that bad, but also, like, what if it's really bad? Zapper's stuck in his spawn. That's cool. Points? We don't do points here. Oh, sorry, Beast Mode MF. I missed your question. Is Power Gambit worth it? I haven't done the testing a lot too much with it. I think it is. Because you can mitigate a lot of the extra damage with a Worm Scarf. But there's also a lot of cases, like, with EV2s and Huntress DPS and stuff like that, where most of your damage comes from crits. And they have really bad health scaling. Oh my god, I'm triple roller. And in those cases, you're already really squishy. Most of your damage comes from the crits. It might not be worth the power gambit. I might lose right here. I'm gonna lose right here. Oh my god. I got a freaking triple roller on this map. Are you kidding me? I didn't check. I should have checked. It doesn't matter where it faces. Get it! Oh! I'm alive! The tower of the ballista saved me. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Woo! Oh my god. Oh. I really wish I had checked the spawns there. Double roller is one thing, triple roller though. That's a bit much with my hero loadout. Oh my god. So lucky there. If that ballista, like if it had not hit that ballista, I'm pretty sure I would have lost. Ha. Ha ha. Ha, triple roller. How rare. How scary. Main account, no, you can't join. I'm doing solo today. Holy shit. Is there a tier of pet skills? I wouldn't say they're all equal, but I don't know if there's too many that are bad. It's more about like figuring it out. You can go through the list. Most of the ones that are like, the answer is always cats. Cats have a lot of good ones built in. Cats have Sparkle Party and Gatto Fireworks. Sparkle Party is like a great utility. Gatto Fireworks is a great nuke pet ability. That's always a safe bet, but I don't know if there's any that like a tier list. In terms of like viability, I guess, cats, creepers, and then dragons. If you're just looking at pets, because it's always about the ability, not the pet itself. But the abilities are dependent on pet and what element their damage is, if they have elemental damage. But the pet itself doesn't really matter, for the most part. I add on for the most part because I know someone's going to say, well, the Dragolich has his pet-specific ability. Oh, man. That triple roller. Dragons! Dragon's still pretty good, though. Like, I think Dragon Breath is... Dragons only have, like, 2 abilities, right? Like, the generic dragons, they have the Dragon's Breath and the Dragon Shield. I think the shield... I don't know about the shield one. The breath is an alright AoE for a hero damage character, but you don't really need an ability like that in most cases. I haven't looked into the shield since Trials, or since the pet revamp in, what was it, December or January? December? It was probably December, right? Sorry, it was like a half pet revamp in ability scaling change. Get good on triple roller? Dude, I just won triple roller, so I think that's good enough, right? Empowered Beam. God, they fixed it. I love it. I don't need it anymore. I already have 2. If it had a unique ability, it would be a lot of rage, because that cat is limited time. Now, if it had a unique ability like I guess like Cyclone or whatever on. Actually, Cyclone's a bad example because that thing was not balanced properly for a while. It was really strong. If it had like a unique ability that was basically just a side grade to a standard ability, I guess would be interesting. Get better, dude. I should have looked at the gates. If I had seen triple roller, I would have upped those walls a lot. See, would have been nice to have teleporters on that map. Oops, I didn't want to open that. Oh well. Oil slick. Nah. Dude, I've had some pretty clutch moments on this stream, and I always forget to clip them. Some of them get clipped by people, though. But they're probably lost at the time. The Shark Pet's ability, though, is basically like... It's not the same, there's some differences, but it's really similar to Bearcura, I think, right? Like, that's kind of a comparison right there, right? Like, it's unique, but, like, also kind of not. I'm sure there's one that's better and one that's worse, but eh. Poons, yeah. Poons, harpoons. Nothing else is being said there but harpoons. I already had this map. I kind of want to roll it. Let's roll it. Can I do a B build? Yeah, I guess, maybe? I did a B build yesterday. Well, I did 4 builds of Bs in them yesterday. One was just a Dryad only, using all of her towers. Then I did a B build. Then I did like 1 tree, 1 slime, the rest Bs, and then I did 1 tree, 2 slimes, the rest Bs per lane. Those are all on yesterday's stream. When you say B build, do you want to see a B only build? Because I would like to try a bunch of those too. I don't know if I want to do that today, because I want to play with other defenses. So I plan to be ending here in like half an hour to an hour. And I did a lot of Bs yesterday. Yo, this is one of the best maps, but I've done it already. Yo, Inifalum, what's going on? You'd like to see a full Dryad build too. Full Dryad one was very interesting. It was great. I actually really liked the full Dryad one because there was no standout tower in the build. Huntress 20 DU trapped. I used Huntress traps yesterday on Assault, and they did good work. Like, I actually gave them a range shard and range gambit too. It was quite interesting. Oh my god, this map. I had 2 per lane. It was a really bad build too. It was Assault, so the DU was terrible. I used PDTs as my EMP takedown, but I built them for Poison, and Poison got nerfed a lot. And then I had Earth Shatters and Huntress Traps, and I put 2 Huntress Traps in each lane with their range, and it worked actually, like, not that bad. It was just a little sketchy on the EMPs without upgrades. PC players turn you on? Who turns you on that isn't me? Because it isn't me at all, right? It's other PC players. Who turns you on and where's their face cam directed at? This is my main account, thanks for the follow. I like the infinite, like, running sounds. Like, most things would be really annoying on repeat. The actual, like, steps for running kind of thing while it's on, like, loading a new map there almost kind of fits with, like, loading, like, as a loading screen. You're kidding? Damn it! I kind of wish you weren't. Would have been kinda. I really wish you weren't. 55k gold. Was that 55k gold? I forgot to check again. It looks like it isn't then. Maybe they failed to deploy it. ISM said, like, you know, an hour and a half ago that it was going out. It went out 15 minutes. I mean, it should have gone out an hour and 45 minutes ago. Apparently. I guess they messed it up. That was your map? Yeah, sounds wrong. Shadow Fighter? Thanks for the follow. So. Yeah, Double Gold Weekend's supposed to start today. It's supposed to start just under 2 hours ago. But we're seeing that it might not have gone through properly. It wouldn't be the first time. And I can't imagine it'll be the last either. Which is not an excuse, just a fact of life? I don't know. I will probably Skyguard this if I have 100 DU left at the end. It is what it is, exactly. Yeah. Sucks. Hopefully they get that fixed. I'm sure, you know, it's not like it was any malicious intent behind it, so hopefully they'll be able to get that fixed sooner than later. You wanted a B build. I'm gonna do one more of these, and then maybe I'll finish the stream off with Bs after this map. How about that? Catch me outside, how about that? I'm sorry. I shouldn't try to meme that hard. I fail at it. Should I move that wall up? Nah. I'm not a memer. You're right. I'm absolutely not a memer. I'm proud to say I'm not one as well. I'm gonna be short for the Skyguards. Looking at the DU now. No, I don't even need to do anything cheeky because I want double walls here anyways. Range Shard and Gambit, man. Range Shard and Gambit. Though I'm probably gonna put one on this side because of this lane. But we'll see. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. God, it's so good. It's so good. I know I didn't finish the build on that lane. I'll get back to it in a sec. You are not a bear. I am a bear. You are not a bear. I am a bear. I was a bear. Looking great. Really like the bear. I will not have nearly enough. I counted wrong? I had yeah, no, okay, so I had 460 after these. Yeah, so that was more than half of these top lanes. Then let's mix it up. Instead of ballistas, I'm gonna do cannonballs. Heavy deadly strikes power transfer? Yeah, that'll work. That's not a cannonball tower. I still wanted to help with the EMP, so I'm gonna do it like that. Canberra, thanks for the auto host, dude. Y'all should go check him out sometime. DD2 streamer. He's a non-meta builder like me. Though, let's be honest here. Everything I do is the meta because I make the meta. Like this. This is the new meta, if you weren't able to tell. JB Mees, thanks for the follow. Or, I guess it's JBE Mees. Thank you for following. I will have enough for this, and I think that's all I need. I'm very worried about flyers, but also, like, it's probably fine. Hold the phone. What are you doing? You're a cannonball squire and you don't have a skin on the cannonballs? That's not okay. There we go. Much better. Peter wanted, thanks for the follow. Guys are Earthshatter plus Skyguards. Yeah, not since the patch, but I did that before this patch. Orgasmus 100, thanks for the follow as well. I'm more than willing though to retry that and probably throw in some LSAs for other combos. Skyguards, Earthshatters, Water Geysers, LSAs seems like a really fun build idea. This is my AP Retribution Squire, right? Yeah, LSA, they make such a good filler defense now. Filler? I hardly even know her. So my biggest worry here is flyers with this setup. But this will hit them along their path at least. Let me replace it so I know it's gonna be getting the whole path. By that I mean I'm gonna have to move it because I can't see the line. Oh, up top. So what's the spread on this thing? God damn, I don't know. It's a 90? It's a 90. So there. Fisher? I guess I'll Huntress still. Losing my AP Squire. Kinda wanted to play with him more. With all the shard changes. I'm really worried. My AA right now is Cannonball Tower and LSA. It's a little worrying. Like that. Okay. That's not enough. At least not in this lane, so... What do I want to do? Buff things and hope it fixes itself? Sure. Frosty? Frosty's an interesting one. But I wanted to play with, like, change towers. You know? That's kind of the idea. And Frosties weren't touched as far as I know, so... Maybe, but... Probably not today. At all. I think I'm just gonna keep buffing LSAs and cannons, since the other things are still, like, not the most efficient things to touch. Being 60 DU and all. Though... See the Blaze Balloons as well. No, I guess I'll get everything to tier 2 now that I'm looking at it. Just because, like, killing everything to one guarantee the LSA gets the hit. And to get everything out of the way for the cannonball to focus, I think is a smart move. Do I only? It's not only. Blaze Balloon, LSA, Cannonballs, and Earth Shatters are what I'm using right now. Your experience may vary. He should have decent Sword Beam, since the Sword Beam damage is just missing Power Beam. He's still an AP crit Squire. You know, I mean, Weaponmans were really strong. But just because Weaponmans were, like, stupid strong doesn't mean PDTs weren't almost stupid strong. That being said, I don't know if I agree yet with the changes to them. But there's no arguing they were definitely top of the list. One of the top 5. Whether it warranted the changes or not, or warranted the degree of changes they got, I can't really say. Yo, if you like different build setups, then you're at the right stream. Because I'm not feeling lazy. That's what I do here. I mean, everything you see here is the meta, because I make the meta. Double roller. What I actually mean by that is that I'll do something really bad, and then I'll get lucky and it'll work out. And then I call it the meta. And rollers. Memories of last map. The triple rollers makes me want to do that. What's the most effective? So it might be LSA right now. We'll check it out at the end. With the new balancing of yesterday, it's hard to tell what's best, what's worse. There's still a lot of testing to do. They're all kind of doing different jobs though, so it's not fair to give them a one-to-one comparison. That being said, the Lightning Strike Aura might be the best at what it does for the amount it costs. Oh my god, I still have a Ballista in that lane. What the heck? What am I doing with my life? Get him. Just kidding. You're gonna kill it in one shot. If I don't kill you. Damn it, cannon. Focusing on the Earth Shatter. Focusing the Earth Shatter. Focusing this guy. Alright, that's not good what I just saw, but won't be an issue this wave. Yeah, you're not supposed to be in the build anymore. What the heck? So seeing what just happened, I'm actually just gonna stick a Skyguard like here or something. A little closer to that lane. Just to guarantee the flyers. I'm not using Blazing Phoenix now. The harpoon was innocent. For sure. And it was doing a really good job. I'm sure of it. At the same time though, like, I'm trying to do a build. And I love harpoons. But it wasn't part of this build. And you. Because this is a very special lane that needs its own special attention. That Earth Shatter should be upgraded. Oh, that's beautiful. Excuse me. Oh, I guess I don't have to say excuse me. I muted myself when I coughed. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. Thanks. Watch this lane fail now because it's missing its harpoon. Ballista. Bleh. Flagging Hulk and what'd you call it? A Malthius. I wonder if the Plaguing Hulk's AoE can proc Retribution. Oh, Malthius is dead. That's not bad. But I don't know if I want to damage my inventory any more than I already have. I don't know if my inventory deserves it. That kind of pain. Whoa. Oh, and just enough to say I didn't forget you. Your 48 kills. It's not fair to that, Earth Shatter. I'm using it in, like, probably one of the worst ways possible for it. Well, not the worst. I mean, I could be facing it backwards. But really not its ideal setup. Zapper me, baby. I don't know what I died to. Don't die down there. Thank you. I actually don't know what my pet ability is. I thought it was Sparkle Party. Also, it's kind of hilarious the loot's up there. Yeah, this sounds like Sparkle Party. Though every time when I use it there... Ugh. Was it the cannon? Oh man, I thought I just died to like an explosion. I wasn't paying attention. I should have left the harpoon in. The cannon can't be trusted. I need a storm shield pet. Feels real bad. MVP. MVP cannon right there. Alright, B build. Let's see what map I get. Well, it's gonna become a bulwark. I already know it. Depending on the map. Well, the map will define or decide how many bees I use. How abundant it is in bees. That's Greystone. I did bees and slimes here yesterday. So I think I should be fine for this. It's terrible. That's like actually pretty good. I'm gonna leave it in this bag though. My only issue is the mid lane air. Let's just throw bees onto you as well. You're already like ascension for bees a little bit. Oops, did I do that? Yeah. You want to see huge LSA? Do you want me to do bees and LSAs then? I could do bees and LSAs. It was you who wanted the B build, right? What has a range shard that doesn't need a range shard right now? Cannons. No, you're in my deck. Ballista. Holy range. Alright. How much overlap can you get on these then? Not very much. I mean, I think it's like... Oop, 1 sec. I have a phone call. Be right back. I should have known better to pick up a call from, Quebec. Oh, don't worry, it wasn't a phone call from me. It was a phone call for... Sucker customer. My god, look at that. I think my air is gonna be just fine. Have I tested the obelisk? I did obelisk walls yesterday. Frost bee? I did, yeah. I did that yesterday with obelisk walls, and... I mean, I'm not saying, like, obelisk as walls is the way to go, but it worked well. Social life? No, please. The only people who call me are my mother, and wrong numbers. What's Nightmare 4? Nightmare 4 is an old game mode, where 4 was the, like, tier. Kind of like Chaos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Nightmare 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's an old game mode from the game. It's basically irrelevant now, but you'll still hear people talking about it, I'm sure. Even I do. It's gone. There's no more Nightmare. Nightmare no more. Frostbeat would work really well, I think. Some people are streaming it right now. I doubt that. Yeah, the background thing, like, the inside coding still uses Nightmare as the naming thing. Just the backend thing, and I guess that pops up in some cases. We still see that, but yeah, there's no Nightmare anymore. For all intents and purposes. Alright, so I have 690 left. How many bees is that? It's at least 3 bees per lane, right? Also, do you think that's enough? Like, these LSAs, is that enough for the Flyers? That might be enough for the Flyers, right? I think that's enough for the Flyers. I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna do 3 per lane. And then figure out how much is left, because math is hard. Also, y'all like how I can only fit 2 LSAs per lane? They're bringing Nightmare back. They're never bringing Nightmare back. Nightmare was horrible. Maybe AA just because fair. Ye of little faith. The requester of the build. No way. I'm not bringing actual AA into this. I've already got my AA here. If I have 20 DU left, by the way, I'm going to use an LSA up top. Two 10 left, that's 7 bees. Alright, 5 bees per lane. Yeah, 5 bees per lane. And then I have no idea what. I can put you up there. There we go. Can't open mana cheat? Stop cheating. Maybe it'll work out. And then yeah, I can do another LSA per lane. So let's do... I have no idea I'm gonna fit 3 LSAs per lane. Like this, at least. 1... 2... How are you supposed to make these work? They're obnoxiously big. 3. This one should be easier. Up here, oh my god, up here. I could drop a tree, but no, you know what, screw it. I'm leaving the tree, and I mean, like, some EMPs are probably gonna get through, some aren't. Let's just leave it as is. Hopefully that tree's in the right spot. This is the sketchiest one for that. What am I using on the LSAs? Aura's nearby. Okay, let's do one here, one like here, and then one as close to the top part as I can from down there. I'm using power transfer, range, and vamp. I should switch that. I don't have a good defense speed stat on there. 1.2, I can get better than that, right? By like at least 0.1. I have other medallions that I think have better speed, though they might be sitting on who knows what at this point. Shit's all messed around in my inventory. I should get rid of those, they're pretty bad. Your speed's even worse. You're less power but more speed. Yes, fuck it, let's just leave it. It works. But really I should be using a higher defense speed medallion. Like these, for example. In fact, I'm actually just going to do that because I don't want her in my deck anyways. I'd rather the speed. Did it change anything though? Can I... Oh, I did actually select it there. 1.18. That's worth it. Yep, worth. For Chaos 1 Flamera? Yeah, absolutely. If you have your defense crit chance put into there, yeah, that's a great combo. How you have those shards in Chaos 1, well, I guess maybe you gambled for them. Yeah, that's fine. But normally you wouldn't have shards like that unless you bought shard packs for Chaos 1. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna upgrade. The brand... How do I like this update? Quite a bit. The answer is quite a bit. So this would be like the BSA build, right? Did that one just hit something down that way? What the hell? No, I'm just seeing things. It's the meta build? You got it. You fucking got it. This build's too good to not be the meta. Upgrade the bush? You got it. Let me upgrade that bush for you. I'm gonna upgrade. I'm just gonna go and like... I'm gonna make it my goal to tier 2 everything. That isn't a tree, of course. And if I can't get them all right away, that's fine. I'm not going to be able to get them all right away. That's all I'm gonna do for upgrading in this map. Though I kind of think I don't need to upgrade at all. Yeah, this is the meta. Oh, there it is. Like, where is that last LSA? Honestly, like, okay, so Gumwitch is a great character and I love her. I would recommend her last because she can't build. But if you, the first character you should get is whichever one you think is the most interesting. You can play the entire game very effectively with the base 4 characters. Like, they're really strong and you can do it all. All the DLC characters, they're all good. They all have their strengths in both DPSing and building. So there's no wrong choice. So you pick your favorite. If you don't have a favorite, I would really recommend Dryad right now. BII. Fixed, but like not fully fixed. This might actually be meta. There's a lot of like stupid strong builds. This one's pretty brainless though. Just because like you can slap bees down and then just place down a bunch of LSAs. And a meta will never be meta if it takes like it can be the strongest build in the game, but if it takes like thought to positioning, people don't really want to do that. Meta would be whatever you get AFK primarily, right? But no, this isn't an AFK build because no roller takedown. It's pretty damn close to being up there. Alright, that's all the upgrades I'm doing. I think I could do this build with just 2 LSAs. Like, I don't know how much the back one's doing other than bosses. Slim, thanks for the follow. Slim ZZ VFX, thanks for the follow. Just children smash the PS4, that's no good. Oh god, no. All I use is blockades and flame auras. I mean, you can do every map with blockades and flame auras too. You can even drop the blockades. You know, the meta, I don't think this is necessarily the meta. The meta isn't going to be what a fully decked out C7 can do, it's going to be what everyone can do. The reason I think bees are going to be part of the meta is because their base range is so long, and they're really strong. You can probably, with some thought to positioning a little bit, you can probably use them in every Chaos tier now. Because they don't need to be placed in the middle of a lane. That was more damage than I was expecting. What the heck? I always... Maybe the LSA did actually hit her there. That's usually 3 stars with a Lich. It depends on how you're using them PCT. Right? Like, if you just want an LSA that can reach everything, range, you know, it's great. You can get coverage, a bit of overlap. But if you just want your LSAs to be concentrated to, like, berserks and bosses, like they were pre this patch I would have recommended, then I wouldn't do range. Alright, later Cody, thanks for hanging out in shitty thing that happened to the PS4. Hope you get it figured out. Having trouble with Chaos too, because you have to get used to not having flame auras everywhere. Have bees everywhere. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a big difference, right? Can't do the flame aura thing. And like, my actual like recommendation before would have been to use poison dart towers, but they nerfed the poison non-poison dart towers, and maybe they're still good, but poison scaling was used a lot in my builds for Chaos 2 and Chaos 4 when I did the alt account playthrough, I guess 2 months ago now. So it's hard for me to recommend that anymore. Bees, Ramsters, Flamethrowers, I think they're all still decent. Cannonballs. Actually, Ballistas now would be really good with their lower, like, with their new scaling. Earth Shatters are probably really good too. They're not as fast firing though, and you still want your AoE. But you can pair it with them, and Ballistas are still technically AoE. Well, maybe that's something to think about. In general, the patch is, like, the main thing the patch was doing was bug fixes, quality of life changes, and tower balances. What it did to the first 4 heroes, well, you should really read the patch notes. Go down to the section that's just tower balance, and that's where you're gonna get most of it. Most of what was touched was OG heroes. Really, it just buffed a lot of underpowered towers. Nerfed, like, 2 really strong ones. I need you to go a little bit forward. Man, actually, this is hilarious. I don't need to do shit. I will though, because I don't want to like risk losing the tree. But the rest of the damage is almost enough to take it out. But yeah, it was a lot of tower buffs, a lot of bug fixes, and UI changes, quality of life changes for the walls, plus buffs because they increase the width of a lot of them. So, Lightning Strike auras, Apprentice walls, the arcane barriers, earth shatters, blaze balloons, hunter's traps or explosive traps, ballistas, cannons, squire blockade, training dummy. I might have missed some from the OGs, but all of those got buffs. Poison Dart Towers got changed into what I think is mostly a nerf. They buff like the dart damage, but they nerf the poison damage. I don't know. I guess it depends on how you use them. You can make Poison Dart Towers just for the impact, but I do think the Poison Dot was really strong on them. I did say I was gonna end, but also, like, what if I didn't right away? Like, what if I just kept going instead? What if I did a similar build? I'm gonna start it like it's only 2 LSAs, but we'll see how the DU works out. For their darts, I mean, I don't know what's going on with them there. They've changed those things up so much. But were you playing when the darts, like, the actual darts crit was just insane? Were you playing during that time? Also, like, I don't know how I want to do this lane. I guess I'll double tree it and hope for the best. I mean, they basically what they did was they added upfront damage and took off sustained damage on them. Well, there was the PDT dominance of Nightmare, and then there was Host Trials Crit Dart Towers, like into Trials Crit Dart Towers. That lasted, I don't remember how long. And C5, I don't know, probably somewhere between 11 and 13k. Well, I think it's like 11k without upgrading them. I'm not positive, I can't really remember. If someone remembers, feel free to chime in. Been a while. This lane will be interesting. This lane will be, like, really strong, actually. Not just interesting. Because I get to do this and this. Unholy Fire, I like it. I already have enough, I think. I have enough. Nope. And nope. Yeah, down 50%. That's the thing, right? Like, they down that 50%. They up the upfront dart scaling by 25, and I think it's overall a nerf. What the max stat was for C5? It might be 9k in C5. I'm not positive. It might be 9k upgraded to 11k. I just remember 11 was in there, so maybe that, give or take, 2k. The number might be on DD2 tools, I'm not sure. I'm gonna single relic upgrade since the update. I mean, where are you, and have you considered that maybe you're at the end of a chaos tier? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, right? Main account. I think it's too much too. But both of us aren't game designers seeing stats and involved with the team and all that. I'm willing to give it a shot and see how it fits into the game now, because they were too strong. Yep. Wait, you're at the... Dude, you're not supposed to see any upgrades anymore? What the heck? You're at the end already. You're not progressing at all. Why would you find any upgrades? 22 like 965 is... Maybe it's a little more, but like I haven't seen anything. You're not supposed to get any more than we were before before the patch. You want? I mean, you know, we're already way too strong with 22-9, whatever. I want them to go higher once we get new chaos tiers. I want new chaos tiers more than I want just higher relics. If you have a 22-900, then you're getting max, and that's a pretty good roll. You have a 22-972? That's the highest one I've ever heard of. But I haven't gone and verified people's numbers and shit. Seven to 8 chaos tiers? Interesting. I think they should stop at 10, personally. But yeah. No great reason behind it. And like you, I can't do one more of those in each lane, so I'm gonna do the LSA thing again. I would love that main account. Oh, I would be all for that. That's kind of what I was secretly hoping that's what Trials was, something like that. Actual like challenges. Zemi, what's going on? Like, yeah, like a challenge game mode kind of dealy. God, how am I gonna do this? The overlap and then the final position. Ugh. Like, here? It's super awkward. Ooh, I can do up there, down here, and there. PvP? This is where we'll disagree then. I don't think this game needs a PvP mode. At least not until they fully flesh out their tower defense stuff. There's still a lot of work to be done. Also, then people will know I'm bad at video games if I have to play against others. No, thank you. I don't know. This lane is a special lane. You can get an extra B. So So basically, okay, so you want Bloons TD battle, but DD2 version. That's what you want, right? Because that's it. Yo, I'd be down for that. Bloons TD battle's a lot of fun. Dryad or Lavamancer? Yo, I love Lavamancer. I have to give it to Dryad right now. Actually, Isam's supposed to 1v1 me in Bloons, and he hasn't done it yet. He said he would. We still haven't done our Bloons battle yet. He's never played. I haven't played in like almost a year. It wouldn't be that bad for him. I guess he said he wanted to practice on, but I don't think he's played it yet. Isam, you're definitely not watching this. We need to have our Bloons battle now. Yeah, this is the new meta for sure. And this isn't necessarily like me making that standard joke of this is so strong, how could it not be the meta? This is pretty up there right now in strength. We'll see though. I mean, there's still uncertainties with it. Bees, you know, they pick a target, LSAs are random. So. I don't want to say like, this is definitely going to be the strongest build ever, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. It's making me kind of want to upgrade the bee range. I don't want bees like going from this lane to the bottom lane, but I want to be able to move my trees back a little bit to kind of fit more lightning strike auras in. There's the problem with it. One high HP mob takes up half the bees in a lane. Until it dies, of course, which isn't long. And then the only other damage is half the bees and random LSAs. There we go. That's a decent height. Oh no, it's not. I can't reach. Ah, oh, damn it. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm good, right? 4 bees per lane, except for the other princess lane over there that gets 5. It's just because that's how the DU worked out. To have 1 extra. And that is like a problem lane. I don't really mind. God, if a thing comes out on its own, it's just completely screwed. 2 LSAs immediately, and then another one like a second later. But yeah. There's just 0 guaranteed damage in this build. No consistent AoE. But just because these walls are taking hits doesn't really mean anything, just because it's way too short for what I'm doing. Okay, those are hitting way too hard. What the hell? Did they buff her starfall damage or something? No way. No way. That hit way too hard. What the hell? How much HP did it have left? I've got to look into this. Do we have another roller? I've actually got to pay attention to these numbers because I've been feeling this whole time starfalls were that much. Like they were doing more, but I was trying to think like, oh, maybe it's something else. It's like they move smashing this. Maybe they changed how like the damage works. Was it 13 mil per star? Because yeah, they have like, what, 30 mil single player? And I killed it with 2 stars. It had some damage from the bees in LSA, but it wasn't down half its HP. So even if it was half HP, 2 stars are not supposed to instantly do 15 mil. Is it 30 mil? I'm trying to remember. It can't be. It must be. A star impact's like 4 mil before this patch. Was a 13 mil number there? Oh my god, what the hell? I guess I need to try it on another boss, but like how am I gonna get the chance to use it on anything but a freaking roller in this map? That assassin does not get a chance. It must be some... It must be bugged. Like, I'll go check it on a freaking dummy after this map or something. There's no way. Yeah, I saw like a 4. There's something in there. It's gotta be bugged. Yeah, I think it's just getting super damage. I mean, Dryad is just shifting more and more towards the meta. If what's happening here is what I think is going on. Oh my god, I hit the fucking roof. Ah, I missed. Oh well. It died before I could get my starfall down. Smashing fist. Smashing star. Starfall's like... I was gonna say it's everything the Abyss Lord wishes the Abyss Stones were. But they've kinda fixed those. But still not as good as a star though. By a long shot. They just sustain damage a little longer. Wonder if it's even better dot. That only costs 15. It's like next to no cooldown. It's 14 mil on him, or not 14 mil. It's 13 mil. It's like 3 to 4 mil depending on crits, I think. I don't know what the dot is. 4.1 mil on a single star should be what it is. You don't like PDT anymore? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think PDTs are gonna have to be re-looked at on how we're using them. So they might still be okay, but almost certainly not the same way as before. My Dryad Selm, I'm using Mana Capacitor, Starfall damage, and extra stars. The 4 more stars, I can't remember the names of those shards. Let me check right meow. Oh, this is the same music as Greystone, right? There you go. Mana Capacitor, Celestial Attunement, and Corruption's Embrace. And... Yeah. No, Super Loot's just like it's not really anything super about the piece. I don't know specifically by how much, maybe they said in the notes, but it's just like a bit higher of a drop than you would find the rest. Like you'll get all your items dropping that are a little bit better than what you're wearing. And then that super loot air quotes would be a little bit better than the rest. I mean, I don't think Dryad needed inspiration before anyways, necessarily. I think she was fine without it. It seems like it's definitely like rollers now. She's getting like smashing fist treatment with her stars on rollers. Maybe her stars like have like shatter on their impact now, kind of thing. Like if a frozen enemy was hit, well, I guess shatter isn't a guaranteed anymore. But you know what I mean, right? Like it would get the shatter combo, maybe. That's what's happening. They both a princess slam damage, really. Man, if these were changes, like these are the kind of things I'd also like to see in the notes if they weren't. Maybe they were and I missed them, but like the Dryad damage on the roller that we just saw is definitely not like, hey, we wanted the Dryad to do 13 mil damage per star to the roller. But something they changed, like say maybe Star Shatter. Maybe something in that code is interacting with the roller and doing the insane damage. Mana Bomb? 1.2 mil damage in Chaos 1. Interesting. Seems pretty good. It's not just the fact that maybe you got a little closer, right? Mana Bomb does more damage the closer you are to the target. I'm not saying you're wrong in that it's doing more. I'm just making sure. Because, you know, that's a way to get more damage out of it. And I can't remember if 1.2 mil seems like a lot. I'm not positive. God, I can't place it because of that one too. Jeez. Mute him away. Test it on a dummy as well. You spelled believe wrong. There's another E after the first E. Also, thank you. So I'm a little worried about this flyer lane. And like only that one. And you. The slides will be a little high. I'm kind of just hoping they get picked up at the end. So let's build this with that in mind a little bit and pull them back a bit. 4.3 mil should be what you're getting though. Like should be what you get. Any advice for grinding gear? Always make sure that at least one hero in your deck is being kept up to date on all their slots. So the helmet, the chest, the weapon, the boots, gloves, at least one relic. Make sure you're always upgrading those. That's my advice. With the changes they made now, I'm not going to suggest anything weird that you might read somewhere else, because it's all stat based. It should work fine as long as you're upgrading your gear on keeping up to date on one hero. You should always, on average, be finding better drops with respect to that hero. And yeah, just do that. Any good master grind on? Real's Rift, thanks for the follow. Or Real X Rift, thanks for the follow. Sorry, it's not case sensitive in chat, but it is on the Streamlabs pop-up. Any good maps to grind on? Okay, so you can't really grind in Chaos. If you're in campaign, you can basically just ignore what I said about like making sure you got the one hero and just get stuff from Assault on Throne Room and Harbinger's Warship. In Chaos, you can't pick a map, so you can't pick a map to grind on. You just play the best you can play. In campaign, do the highest map you can play, and if you're trying to get into Chaos 1, Harbinger's Warship or Assault on Throne Room if you need XP. Okay, so I can do at least one more in every lane. No, I can't. Not yet, at least. It goes a little something like this. 800. I'm gonna stick these up here for the sole purpose of that flyer lane. 5 lanes. I'm gonna stick 2 of them. Because over here, I'm gonna do another one for the flyer lane as well. By moving this tree back a bit. And hopefully putting it up here. No, that's not good because the flyer's gonna be over here. Let's do it like this then. No, the flyer lane's pretty freaking tall. Am I just gonna have to rely on LSAs? I might have to rely on LSAs. Wizza and plus Thugs, thanks for the follows. Or is that an I? Kios Thugs? It's hard to see, sorry, the window's small for me. Let me know. Oh, it is an I. Okay, no. You're at like 24 and weapon 100, 1100. I don't remember what the stats are at the end of Chaos 1. But if you're near the end and you're not really seeing any more upgrades, then you should be fine, you know, you're like in terms of like gear. And it'll depend more on your build and what you're using. Chaos 2, you know, you can't use the same thing as Chaos 1, right? Like, EMP orcs are going to be taking out traps and auras and stuff. So you've got to rethink what you're doing. So if you haven't rebuilt yet and picked a new strategy, then that would be your first step. Oh, I want to put one up there. Can I get that tree close enough to do that? Helicopters, thanks for the follow as well. I don't want to put it any closer than that, though. But I don't think that's enough to get it up there. It is! What the heck? What about there? No. Amazing. We did it, team. Yeah, okay, I can see the thing. If the green line was a bubble. What's the tier list? I don't know if there's a tier list, especially with the patch yesterday changing the balances up. What I can tell you is that in both DPS and builders, there's no one who's bad. Every hero has, oh, except for Kenwish because she doesn't build, but every hero has good things that they can build. Maybe not everything's great and not everything's, you know, equal necessarily at everything, right? But they're all strong builders, they're all strong DPS in their own way. If I had to get a tier list right now, though, it'd be tough. Since there's all those balance changes. It would have been tough before that, too. That being said, Dryad would be really near the top for both. Monk would be really near the top for both. EV2 is probably still near the top for both. But yeah, they're all just really good. There's no best DPS or best builder. There's maybe like best single target tower kind of dealy, right? My favorite characters, my most fun characters, I think, are probably like Lavamancer, Dryad, Monk, Squire, maybe. I don't know. I like playing all the characters. God, how am I gonna fit all these things? The range is too big. It's just way too big. How do you deal with this? I can't even right now. I actually can't even right now. You've been playing Monk in EV too? Yeah. But it says saying, you know, kind of making the point, like, I don't know what point he's making, but it really is right now. What's the most fun to you? What looks the most fun? What are you most interested in? He's biased towards EV2, but that doesn't mean he's wrong either. And then this lane over here. And this is so hard. This can't be the meta. This is way too hard to place. How am I supposed to fit 3 freaking Lightning Strike Auras into a lane? Lightning Strike Aura problems? There we go, finally, jeez. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being biased. Having a favorite hero in a game is not an issue, and also just like kinda half the definition of it anyways. EV2 being your favorite is one thing, calling her best girl, there's no way. Dryad's best girl. Greatest girl, sorry. Either way, it's wrong because Dryad's greatest girl. Are those too low for the bees? Those might be too low for the bees there. Because I have one like dedicated to flyers. Let me move these down a bit. That is like way too short a lane. I'm gonna move the tree over and I'm going to move the bees down. It's just such an awkward setup. Like I should have just pulled the lane back. Yo, fit me IRL, dude. There's too many things. How? It's too much. It's too much. Alright, so I mean that tree I don't think like solved the berserk issue I saw there, but I think there's enough damage in the lane that I'm not gonna have to care. I don't know. Maybe this will be the first one I lose. Damn, those bees are reaching down low. What the hell? It's supposed to be up there, so it's like only targeting the flyers. Doesn't only target the flyers. Losing with a meta build? I've done worse. I've lost with AFK builds. I guess if I lose with an AFK build, then it's not an AFK build, is it? 4.1 mil crit. Yeah, that's a good number to be at, man. With its fast fire rate and its base damage, what, like probably 800k then? 700 or something? I guess it's 4. Is that 4.1 crit damage or 4.1 mil with both crit and damage? Either way, like I think that's a good spot for it. Five ways at the end of the round. 2 billion damage is probably like that damage number bug and something messed up. Slimes are insane though, dude. Isn't it one target? Because it only needs one shot. One opportunity. Don't let this moment slip away. You only get one shot. Do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Total crit, so base plus crit. Okay. I actually did miss stuff on my buy. I wasn't sure. Dude, but they're doing that like every 0.75. Well, max speed 0.75, right? Like 4.1 mil on crits seems pretty good. Plus the super knock-up. Potential for shatter. When did 4.1 mil be bad? That's half the HP of a Berserk Orc. That's just Relic and Shards. So you're missing a bit of crit damage, a bit of defense power to crit, and crit chance. It says you have no follows? But I'll miss you. Really, Twitch has been having so many issues. I mean, Twitch has always had a lot of issues. I've been noticing a lot recently. And I'm not the only one. Ha! Drive-by chest opening. Nice. Those poor flyers, like, there's a small chance that I think they can get through, but they're going through like 6 or 7 LSAs and potentially some Bs. Yeah. Even following and refreshing, really? You should probably just leave my channel open forever then. For my shards on the lighting auras, I'm using range, power transfer, and I think vamp empowerment on a medallion. I think it's vamp. This is the last one. Oh, here we go. Here's another roller. Perfect. So that was like 10 mil right there. That was way too much. Wasn't quite 13 mil. I guess 13 mil is the crit. What am I doing? I don't need that. I just gotta check the walls. Let's go. The Merrick, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna lose this tree. So, Zapper's not the issue. The issue is that the Zapper posse, it's the Zapper posse, and Zapper spawns with like two other EMPs, maybe 3, 6 Hex Throwers, isn't it? Or no, it's 2 Hex Throwers, a bunch of Vanguards. Like there's a lot of enemies, and I'm using a bunch of like single targets, so that's what happened there. There's just too many targets, and I have just, I mean, these are dual targets, but you can get the idea, right? So, with so many things, the Bs and the LSAs weren't picking the right targets, the high priority ones, like the Berserks. And so I'm guessing that's what happened. That being said, I mean, I think the Dry can actually just hold a lane by fighting with this setup, so I wasn't too worried about it. Jeff Gino, thanks for the follow. What's my gold? 56? 67? That doesn't seem like double gold. Trend A! Trend A! Is there anything in Tweetland about this? There was a announcement for Double Gold Weekend. Did you reinstall? Can't hurt. You can verify the cache first, though. If you're missing a file, verifying the cache should fix that. Maybe? But maybe you just want to reinstall, can't hurt either way. Trondo, not trendy. It's trendies. It's tendies, actually. It's Tendy Entertainment. No skills, thanks for the follow. Retweet for a chance to win any hero. Oh, baby. I'm not gonna do it. At least not with my personal Twitter account. Yeah, try reinstalling. It can't hurt ya. Power Bolts, what a good shard. That wasn't sarcasm, though. I'm pretty sure it sounded like sarcasm. That's a really good shard. That's a terrible medallion. That's gotta be like one of the lowest rolls. Actually, it's low, but it wasn't maybe the lowest roll. Barbarian, let's go. This'll mandate. Nope. Okay. 4.1. No, yeah. That was weird. It had like half the damage from the crit. 3.2 and then 4.6. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, is it like a proximity thing? 3.2. No. It's like impact and it does the first like dot as well, and then can crit. Like the first damage of his damage over time. There you go, so it does like 5-10 for a few ticks. Well, maybe not, I don't know, it's weird, the damage is weird. One stone did 410. 4.1 and then 4.6 after the first tick. Okay. That seems right. So you've got crit damage of 4 bill with a base damage of 851. Yeah, okay, that's around what I thought it should be. .74 mil DPS. Can I get this on just one duder? In the wrong duder anyways. It's so fast. I still got a Rage Shard on it. I need to swap that out for something else. I still don't know what. That's some low DPS. Are you lying to me? DPS? Maybe. No, it's hopping up again. It's a long period without crits. Let it go for like 3 minutes and then check back again. The only real way. Look at that. No crits ever. Was it doing 600, like 650 and then 800? 605? Why is it doing more and then 8? Oh, I know why. I forgot. I've got Radiant Power on this guy. My bad. 2.12. That explains a lot. So his DPS wasn't low. It's just what his DPS should have been with me being away. I forgot how I had this guy set up. You don't like the crit system in this game? It's weird, right? But change the name to potential magic damage, where instead of crit, it's magic. And it's just another damage source. That's basically what this whole system is. It's not like how they do crits in any other game. It's interesting, but it's pretty weird at the same time in a lot of cases. How it interacts with a lot of different things, different projectile types, different damage types, elementals. It's interesting. 30% is just meh. 30% is fine. I don't have any qualms against the number there. I mean, if it crit all the time, it wouldn't be a crit. Nah, I mean, by the time you rely on crit, your attack speed is enough that you stack a couple of that tower, like 2 Flame Auras. And it's not RNG, it's just, does it take 1 second or 2 seconds to get that one crit you need to kill the mob? It's not RNG. It's a 30, but it's a reliable 30. And that's one thing, you know, you can say what you want about crit system in this game. And Trendy dealing with it, but a 30% is a 30% for them. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it, whatever. But I'm giving a response as a general to everyone who may be watching. Speaking of that, Argic, thanks for the auto host, just in time for me to consider getting off. And by that I mean stopping stream, not the sexual way. Though maybe later. I'm kidding. Maybe. I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I haven't eaten since like noon and it's after 8. I went longer than I intended to. So that's good. Well, I mean I only went like an hour longer, but that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with a 3-hour stream, right? Is there anyone streaming that I know? Not DD2. But Grind's doing Fortnite, so I'll probably host him. Thanks for watching. Do you want to try to get Betsy Bow 8k medals? Wait, what's 8k medals? Also, Flapjack, thanks for the follow. 8k medals for a Betsy Bow? What are you talking about? The Betsy Bow's like 500. Dependent medals, isn't it? The only thing that's 8k medals in this game is the Initiate. The Betsy Pet? Is the Betsy Pet 8k? No, Betsy's 10. Oh, I see what you're saying. You want me to try? No, I'm not doing that. I don't care enough about the bow to do it. I don't think it's interesting at best. It's got a locked-in shard that ability power scales. Actually, I'd be interested to see the crit scaling on those, because if they crit high, then they can be an ability power scaling, and you can just drop the ability power like a haunting and still get use out of it. But like the projectile type 6 at 3.3 for your bet, like at best 3.3, right? No. Not to mention you want to go for like elemental damage, and it can roll all stats unlike the other ones. I'm not interested in wasting 8k on trying to roll the perfect one. So anyways, yeah, that's a bit of a tangent there. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna host the Grind Boy there. He's doing Fortnite. He's also a DD2 streamer. I might, I doubt it, but I might stream Fortnite later. If not, I'll be streaming some Fortnite tomorrow, almost certainly. So hopefully I'll catch you then. See ya. Protoy and Shiftin, thanks for the follow. Okay, now I'm out.